Well,
I don't.
let's get started, I think.
I think so.
Now that Louise is here, we have the tape is rolling, and I thought I'd start just by acknowledging. I'm not going to do a land acknowledgement, but I'm going to do a time acknowledgement that it's election day, and that. Most of us, I would wager, all of us are in a state of high tension and dread. So I have a song. You know, we're singing folk songs, and part of the nature of folk songs is they get passed on, and the words get changed, and the melodies get tweaked, and everything changes. But there's a sort of soulful part of it that remains. So I thought I'd start with this freedom song, which is a folk song. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round. Turn me round, ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on voting, gonna keep on going, voting for democracy. I ain't gonna let no armed poll watcher turn me round, turn me round. Turn me round, ain't gonna let no armed poll watcher turn me round. And gonna keep on walking, gonna keep on voting, voting for democracy. Ain't gonna let no MAGA fascist turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let no MAGA fascist turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, gonna keep on talking and voting for democracy. Ain't gonna let no rain and thunder turn me round. LA verse, turn me round. Turn me round, ain't gonna let no rain and thunder turn me round. Gonna keep on voting, gonna keep on going, voting for democracy.
That's wonderful. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Lou and Rudy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
Teresa.
Teresa.
Hi, good to
Carol.
see you.
So y'all know Brad. Brad's gonna start us off with a song.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. The songs, most of the songs I'm going to sing today are from the Carter family, and they were a family right out of the middle of the Appalachians. They lived in Virginia, right on the edge of Tennessee, and they started recording their songs in 1927. And this was there were other recordings of Appalachian groups before that in the early 20s, but this was really the first recording of an Appalachian group that sang, that had words, sang songs instead of just instrumentals. So they made history that way, and they made history in the sense of being the real first country music group, and this is almost 100 years ago. So um, this song's called "The Wandering Boy." Out in the cold world and far away from home, somebody's boy is wandering alone. No one to guide him and keep his footsteps right. Somebody's boy is homeless tonight. Out in the hallway there stands a vacant chair. Yonder the shoes my darling used to wear. Empty the cradle, the one that's loved so well. How I miss him, no tongue can tell. Bring back my boy, my wandering boy, far, far away, wherever he may be. Tell him his mother, with faded cheeks and hair, at their old home is waiting him there. Oh, could I see him and fold him to my breast? Gladly I'd close my eyes and be at rest. There is no other that's left to give me joy. Bring back my boy, my wandering boy. Well, I remember the parting words he said. We'll meet again where no sad tears are shed. There'll be no goodbyes in that bright land so fair. When done with life, I'll meet you up there. Bring back my boy, my wandering boy, far, far away, wherever he may be. Tell him his mother, with faded cheeks and hair, at their old home is waiting him there.
Love that.
Thank you. And now Larry's got a song for us, I believe.
I got a song called Gallows Pole, and Gallows Pole I always thought was an American song, and it is an American song very much, but it comes from an old ballad that went the rounds in Europe. One version, a girl is taken by pirates and held for ransom. There's a version called the Golden Ball, where a fiance must find a golden ball in order to save his fiancée from being murdered by strangers. There's one called the Prickly Bush, one called the Maid Freed from the Gallows, and there are 50 different versions of this song in Finland. There are versions in Iceland and the Faroe Islands and Italy and Russia and Slovenia. Led Zeppelin recorded it, and they thought it was an American song, apparently. And lots of people have recorded it in the United States too, Johnny Cash and stuff like that. So here we go. Wait a little while, hangman, wait a little while and see. I think I see my father coming across the sea. Father, did you bring me silver? Father, did you bring me some gold? Or did you bring me, dear Father, to keep me from the gallows pole? I didn't bring you no silver, I didn't bring you no gold. I come to see you hanging from the gallows pole. Wait a little while, hangman, wait a little while and see. I think I see my mother coming way across the sea. Mother, did you bring me silver? Mother, did you bring me some gold? Or did you come to see me hanging from the gallows pole? I didn't bring you no silver, I didn't bring you no gold. I come to see you swinging from the gallows pole. Yes, you're swinging, yes, from the gallows pole. Yeah, you're swinging, yeah, from the gallows pole. Slack your rope, Mr. Hangman, slack it for a while. think I see my own true lover riding many miles. So lover, did you bring me silver? Lover, did you bring me some gold? Or did you come to see me hanging from the gallows pole? Oh yes, I brought you silver. I brought a little gold. Brought a little of everything to keep you from the gallows pole. Yeah, I brought it. Yeah, keep you from the gallows pole. Yeah, I brought it. Yeah, to keep you from the gallows pole.
Wow, that was great. Oh God, Larry, your guitar with that drop D sounds awesome. That's
It
such
is
a
a good
great
tune.
sound, and
It
you
really
played
is.
it great.
Thanks.
It was beautiful. Hey,
Wonderful.
I like hearing comments like the drop D. It makes it interesting. And so, obviously, I'm not in charge of this format, but that was a really wonderful response.
The drop D, I take this string here, the bass string, and I've dropped it, a whole tone. It's usually tuned to E, and now it's down to D. And I did the same thing with this.
And I surely would not have detected that, except for I know I enjoyed it. So
I'm glad you like it. That's what it's for.
It makes it sound so much deeper, that string, just that one tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So good. So
This is
good.
a nice deep
I
guitar.
wouldn't even come up with a term like drop D. So, but I understand it when it's said. So it's great to be on a call like this with people that can detect it without being told.
It can drop their Ds for you anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brad,
At
you
a
take it
moment's
over.
notice. Okay, well, this next song is called Bright Morning Stars, and it came from the deep Appalachians. It was found by a songcatcher named Alan Lomax in 1937, so almost 100 years ago, 90 years ago. The origins are uncertain, as most Appalachian songs are, likely 1800s. Possibly also, I just learned this today. I didn't know this about this song, but it's possible a slave song, a plantation work song. It's hard for me to kind of conceive of this song as a work song, but that's one of the likely sources for this. It goes like this. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? They have gone to heaven shouting. Day is breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They are down in the valley praying. Day is breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul.
Beautiful, Brad.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful song. I never heard that before.
Oh, okay. Well,
I never heard it before either. It was just marvelous.
I love
Beautiful.
the words, days breaking in my soul. That's
yes,
a
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that Francisco breaking on our screen?
yes.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Francisco.
My husband, Francisco,
Yay.
Francisco, where are you?
So sweet.
down at the bottom of the screen.
At the bottom of the screen? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking. Don't see him yet.
Oh,
Oh,
You have it on speaker view, Teresa?
pardon me?
You have it on speaker view because then you can only see a few people in a little strip. And there's a little arrow you can press on to see the people.
Well, don't wait until I figure it out because the hour will be up. But go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. It's such a wonderful thing to see you
Hi,
all.
Francisco. So good
Hello,
to see
everybody.
you.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Hi, Francisco. I can see you in my heart. Not
Oh. I think you're all making me cry, but it's a good thing.
oh.
Well, I'm going to sing a song for Francisco to cry to. It's a song called Handsome Molly. I'm partial to it because I have a daughter named Molly who's bonny and handsome and all sorts of wonderful. The Molly in this song isn't quite as nice as my Molly, I don't think, but who knows. Anyway, it's a Scotch-Irish song that Celtic that made its way to the United States and has floated around here. I think I first heard about it when Bob Dylan was singing about it in Greenwich Village, and there was a review of him singing it, and the first line goes, "I wish I was in London," and Dylan apparently was so into it he just went, "In London." Reviewer was taken by the fact that this young, less than 20-year-old guy just felt free to hum as long as he wanted while he dug the music. It also surfaced, there's a singer named Guy Clark from Texas, and he has a song called Dublin Blues, and the first line is, "I wish I was in," I think he sings London, maybe Dublin, but I think it's London. Anyway, and right after he goes, and some other. So that seemed to make it to the Guy Clark version. It's not in mine. I wish I was in London, some other seaport town. I'd set my foot on a steamship and sail the ocean round. Just sailing on the ocean, just sailing on the sea. I think of handsome Molly wherever she may be. Hair as black black as a raven's, eyes as black as coal. They shine just like the lilies that are in the morning's glow. She goes to church on Sunday. She passed me right on by. I could tell what she was thinking by the roving of her eye. Remember, handsome Molly, you promised me your hand. Said if you were to marry, I would be your man. But now you've broken your promise. Go and marry whom you please, while my poor heart is breaking. You're lying at your knees. I wish I was in London or in some seaport town. I'd set my foot on a steamship and sail the ocean round. I'd set my foot on a steamship and sail the ocean round.
Good to see all of you. I finally got on.
Hey,
Hi,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Charles. Hey,
I
Chuck.
see Francisco
Hi.
now. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Larry, that was so beautiful.
It was.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
That's the same melody as another song, and I'm going nuts trying to think which one.
Yeah.
I know.
Me too, Abby.
It's Hang Down Your Head, Tom Dooley.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
that's
was
a-
remembering.
Yeah.
And looking for grace, and
Yeah,
I've been
Tom.
in Tennessee. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
I mean, that's a rich part of the folk tradition, is that not just the words get passed and changed, but the melodies get
Yeah.
Mhm.
just taken. Nobody owns them. There's there's no copyright, so it's free picking. That's explains a lot of Bob Dylan's music, is that he just takes folk songs and puts his own words to them, and they're great.
In the tradition.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, well, this is another sort of traveling song. Again, deeply Appalachian. It's called My Native Home. I'd like to see my native home, the lofty trees, the golden sun, the rugged hills all crowded round. My mother's voice, how sweet would sound. Sometimes I dream of home and friends. My dreams are false, my heart it rends. When I awake, oh sorry, that's too high. Let me come down from there. I'd like to see my native home, the lofty trees, the golden sun, the rugged hills all crowded round. My mother's voice, how sweet would sound. Sometimes I dream of home and friends. My dreams are false, my heart it rends. When I awake, I am alone. My dreams are false, my friends are gone. It fills my heart with fondest love to listen to that lonesome dove. She moans as if her mate were gone, as if like me, left all alone. I'd like to see my heart's delight, her beauteous face and eyes so bright, and how she smiles when I am near. I kiss her with a fallen tear. A hard 10 years have passed and gone, and still I'm left here all alone. Virginia, oh, my native home, among your hills I love to roam.
Another Judy. Thank you. This is wonderful.
Gorgeous.
I love that song.
That is beautiful.
Roaming among the Virginia hills.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I got a song here called "The Cuckoo," and cuckoo is a pretty incredible bird. It's many people say that when you hear the cuckoo, that's the beginning of spring. Time that's a long way from where we are right now, and the female lays her eggs. They're in another bird's nest, and apparently, at least some people say, before taking over the nest, the female eats one of the eggs of the bird that it's robbing. So it's not just a thief, but a murderer as well. This idea of taking from others has made people associate the cuckoo with a cuckold. The name is also almost the same thing, a cuckold. And so the cuckoo is associated with songs of betrayal in love and stuff like that. And it's a popular bird in music. There are some 49 versions at least in Great Britain, and 88 different versions of the cuckoo in the United States. So it's kind of hard to know which one I got my hands on, except I know that it comes from a banjo player named Hobart Smith, so I've stolen his version of it, just like Good Cuckoos Anywhere. Let's see if I can find the right version of it here. I've often considered what makes women love men. I've sat back and wondered what makes men love them. It ain't nothing but an ocean which flies on the wind. It'll cause you hard trouble, it'll cause you downfall, it'll cause you hard labor behind prison walls. Gonna build me a log cabin on a mountain so high, so I can watch Lucy as she goes riding by. It'll cause you hard trouble, it'll cause you downfall, it'll cause you hard labor behind prison walls. played cards in England. I've played cards in Spain. I'll bet you $10 I'll beat you next game. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, I've known you from old. You've robbed my poor pockets of silver and of gold. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She wobbles as she flies, but she never holla cuckoo till the 4th day of July. It'll cause you hard trouble, it'll cause you downfall, it'll cause you hard labor behind prison walls.
Whoa. Thanks for that banjo. My God, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really good to hear that banjo. Thank
I
you.
had never heard you play banjo, Larry. At least I don't, not like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
You know,
I'm glad you
it's interesting what the banjo does. I mean, the style of this song with like a very short thing, you know, like I played cards dee 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 in England. You know, that repeated structure is very rhythmic. It's apparently you know, very African, and you know, the Africans brought the banjo to the United States, and you know, it was picked up after a while by white people as well, because that, you know, that kind of pattern of just a short thing, you know, was good for dancing, and banjo was a dance instrument from the get-go, whether it was, you know, a group of slaves dancing a traditional African dance or people at a hoedown. So it's kind
Was
of
the harmonica too? Was
harmonica.
harmonica? Yeah, adds a lot too, the harmonica when you
Yeah,
play it.
yeah. I think the harmonica comes from Germany, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
and
Yeah.
I'm glad you did the introduction. Sorry about the way my mind works, but it like intersects a song with this whole silly abortion debate that's going on in the United States. And that's why it's wonderful to bring up old or worldwide musicians, artists.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's also, Larry, it seems very much like a call and response
Very much.
rhythm,
Yeah.
you know, with
Yeah.
the verbal and then the musical and back and forth. So for me, it's really a beautiful communion of those, of the spoken and the unspoken, you know. In
Yeah.
music.
I have a question about that. It's so interesting because the idea that it's a dance instrument suggests a more steady rhythm, you know, where you could step on the downbeat or whatever. And then the call and response thought to the song means that you make a call, and then the instrument answers it however it wants to, and it takes however long it wants to. Bob Dylan does this sometimes. I get frustrated by not being able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to his rhythms all the time. And I always think, well, sometimes it's because it's a Mexican song and I don't know that rhythm. Or so I was wondering about that, Lair, on the
Well,
dance.
with this song, you know, I often think because it has that strange da 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 da. You know, I imagine the dancers knowing it, and at the da da, they bend down or they do something. So, you know, so that there's a rhythm that they're playing just like the instrument. It's not just I'm going to do exactly this and exactly that, but it kind of works that way. You know, the paintings I've seen of, you know, slaves dancing and stuff is kind of like that. They're in, you know, sort of the kind of a suspension that looks like they're you know, they're really attuned to the music and what it is, and it's not just boom boom boom. You know, it's not like the music we have today.
And then the improvisation that's needed to be able to do that is
Right.
really the creative force coming through, you know. So
Yeah,
when I think of Black music, I think of a lot of improvisation.
a lot of improvisation.
And that's the creativity, the beauty of it all, that it does have a rhythm, but then you can extrapolate yourself and create something new right from that kind of main pulse, you know, that's going through the song. So I love
there's an underlying structure that the community of dancers and musicians
No,
seem to understand.
right.
It's sort of that collective, and it's amazing to watch.
Thought I'd do a song called Delia. Some of you may remember the song "Delia's Gone" by the Kingston Trio and Johnny Cash and things like that. It was started out as a song about real people. Delia Green, 14-year-old, was shot by a 15-year-old, Moses Houston, on Christmas Day. They had been lovers, apparently. So this was some kind of a love-related murder. Who knows what else it was. Song been changed many times. Brad, are you back?
Am I? Does anyone hear me?
Yes,
You know what?
yes,
We'll move on to Brad, and I'll come back to Delia.
yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay, good. I have an old computer. When I say it's 10 years old, some of you will go, "Oh my God." Okay, so this is Deep Appalachian. It's we're plumbing some of these murder songs that Appalachia is known for. It goes like this. My home's in old Virginia, among the lovely hills. The memory of my birthplace lies in my bosom still. 'Twas on one moonlight evening, the stars were shining bright, and with an ugly dagger I made the spirit fly. 'Twas then the sober struck me, as plain as you can see. I'm doomed, I'm ruined forever, throughout eternity. I courted a fair young lady, her name I will not tell. Oh, why should I disgrace her when I am doomed for hell? But now upon my scaffold, my time's not very long. You may forget the singer, but don't forget this song.
All right, I'll go back to Delia.
It's pouring outside. I can hear it in the background, Larry.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's just a sheet of rain outside my my window. Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was an echo.
Yeah, no echo, no.
Oh, wonderful to have rain. Wow.
I know it. I know it's a great thing. I'd go run outside right now, but I want to play Delia first. So. Anyway, Delia Green was murdered by Moses Cooney Houston on Christmas Day. He got convicted and was sent to jail for 12 years and then got out. and apparently just went on to a continued life of crime. Meanwhile, the song started making the rounds. The version I have is kind of based on Blind Willie McTell's version. He was a street singer, blind street singer from Atlanta. But it was done by all sorts of people, bluegrass people and Josh White, the blues guy, sort of pop blues guy, Bob Dylan, Pete Seeger, Pat Boone did a version of it, Johnny Cash. Anyway, this is my version. Oh, and the names got changed a little bit. The guy who was, well, it's hard to tell in this version, but the guy who was convicted is named Curtis in this version. Delia was a gambling girl, gambled all around. Delia was a gambling girl, she laid her money down. All the friends I ever had are gone. Delia's dear old mother took a trip out west. When she returned, little Delia had gone to rest. All the friends I ever had are gone. Delia's daddy wept, Delia's mama moaned. Wouldn't have been so bad if the poor girl had died at home. All the friends I ever had are gone. Curtis looking high, Curtis looking low. He shot poor Delia down